My name is Uncle Tokyo. I'm a creative director and a stylist also. And I'm wearing Nike Off-White today because it makes me feel comfy.
Hi, I'm Angelo. I'm a model, and today I've got on the Jordan 4 Grey Cause. I just think they're a great silhouette, and they go with my outfit today. Yeah, just sick.
I am KB Nana. I'm a graphic designer, and I have on my Nike Blazer SBs.
Hey. I'm Daniel Mawuli Quist. I'm a designer and a stylist. What am I wearing? I'm wearing, gray trousers and blue shirts and fending and one of the Nikes. Look, one of the Nikes. I would lend the name after. I'm pretty sure I would lend the name after today. Yeah, I have the Nikes. Nikes, yeah.
I stole these from my cousin because I mean, he's not big into sneakers, and like he got them, and I was like, let me love these for you, So yeah, that's my story.
Shout out to cousin.
Yeah, shout out to my cousin.
My cousin brought them from the UK. Actually got them recently. She just came home to relax.
Fidesh.
It was just like my third time in them, so I was really happy to get them back. I had them back in the day.
Thrifting.
Where's that?
Yeah, where's that?
Kumasi.
KGTI is the biggest market in Kumasi.
Oh wow. Okay.
You can find everything you want.
Yeah.
So would you say like shopping there is like a better experience than Kantamanto? Because I feel like it's really hectic.
Okay.
Or is it the same there?
With sneakers, I would say KGTI is the best place.
It's the best place.
Yeah.
I got my shoes. I got a friend who works with Gucci in New York, and so like I wanted finally I said I want to start wearing. Now I was making small money, so I was like, okay, now I'm gonna buy something fresh, shoes, and it needed to be a size 13 because I wear a size 13. But usually I'm like, I take like a size smaller of every shoe because, I don't usually get the size 13 that I want. Yeah, me breath fucking.
Like, so we've got 1102 sneakers in East Legon on size 13. So we got you.
Hey, oh, joint wrong.
It started in high school. Yeah, because I was most famous in high school.
Hey,
so.
most fat.
Yeah, it started then because I used to perform during entertainment also, so I had to give them something they want.
Be serious and almost fat. Serious.
Fred, Fidesh, always.
What's in the way,
So me, it came from sports. So I loved basketball, football, all of that, and obviously my name is Michael Jordans. So then from there, I'm like, oh my God, okay, how can I afford this? Then you're dreaming. And then obviously, like we've been talking about, as a Ghanaian kid here, I didn't have access to an actual Jordan shoe. I was too young to go to Kantamanto and be hustling with people to get like a shoe. So when I finally got the chance to travel, then I could just simply walk into a Nike store and then hold the shoe in my hand. That was a big deal for me. So then that's how I started, and then trying to look fly and then accessorize. Yeah, but sorry to cut you off. When you went to St. Teresa's, right? Yeah. The basketball team at St. Teresa's is mad. Because I left in year 4.
Oh yeah.
And I still have the jersey with my name on it.
Oh, bro.
Because I was like the tiniest on the team, so I just sit there with the big boys.
Yeah, how come I don't remember you?
Because
I've been on the team since I was 7 years old.
Okay, so then do you know that fair guy that used to coach the team? He was kind of bald.
Captain. Yeah.
His name Captain? Yeah, him. Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, yeah, from there.
Yeah, that's St. Teresa's moment. Jesus. Hey, so what I have on them are my latest design. designs, which is shoe accessories that I'm making from brass.
Those are hard still.
So my whole the whole thing is like trying to really accessorize accessories, because it's like they have come to be known as one thing when it comes to accessories, and especially me as a stylist and as somebody who designs, I'm like constantly looking at how
like details.
A lot of things are just so absolute. It's like, okay, if you're wearing a nice shoe right now, everybody can wear a nice shoe because they are manufactured everywhere.
Yeah, but like I really like mess with those because I like wearing things that like nobody else has. Like I want to walk into a room and they're like, oh, like nobody else in the room has what I have on. Yeah. So like adding these little details to certain shoes, like, oh, Mike has that on. Like, oh, where did he get that? And then it starts a conversation. I think that's really cool. Like that's nice.
That's real cool.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Okay, in Accra, it's hard to get what I want. Yeah, but in Kumasi, I can get whatever. I would say in Accra, most of the things in Kantomanto are legit when it comes to outfits. But in Kumasi, with sneakers,
But do you think
that's facts?
That's interesting.
Like that's facts.
But do you think it's because like
I know
in
people who
Accra,
say they are stylists out here, they get everything from Kumasi, jewelry, everything.
No, but is it because like in Accra, everybody is kind of tuned to the fact that like sneakers are a big thing, but in Kumasi, not everyone is kind of like up to date with that whole thing.
Please, what do we call them right now? Kumerica, they've been living that, bro. They've been living that life long ago.
Because you would think Accra would be like the epicenter of like this whole thing. Like this would where the fly stuff would be. That's dope to know. I might have to take a trip.
That's facts. That's facts.
Check it out.
Like I just picked shoes on Sunday, man, from Kumasi.
I might have to talk to you about like
For me, a lot of the times when it comes to the places where we shop, Kantomanto, now it's become it's more popular in a way, just like everything else when it comes to fashion. As a lot is dumped here and a lot comes through this space, and we're having to find ways of adapting. And so at the moment it's quite hectic for me to go like diving into unlike before, like a couple of years ago, it's consistently you know that you go on Tuesdays and Thursdays because those are the days where the bales come in, and so around 4:45 usually somebody will open something small to get ready for the following day. You get what I mean? But now it's just like it's so overwhelming.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like everybody's kind of like on the wave now. Everybody wants to look fly.
Yeah.
So like, when I came back and I asked people, oh, where can I get fly stuff? Everybody be like, oh, the Kantomantos and the markets and all those places. And it's like, you have to go at 6 a.m. to go get the bit. Yeah, you have to.
Late, bro. The Kumasi guys are there like 4 a.m. and they ship everything to Kumasi already.
It's like just to look fly, I have to wake up at dawn to go like hustle with a bunch of people just to get like a fly sneaker, and I think it's a bit too much for me. Like I'm a very lazy person, so like so yeah, I think it's a
that
bit
too. It's pretty hectic this season. But yeah, style has been around. I mean, I grew up around style. Like everybody around me growing up was fly as hell. Like everybody I grew up around was on a sneaker thing. It's not a new thing. It's not a new wave to me. But that's just me. But like people like they've been fly from time. Like
No, that's the reason why this is awesome though.
But like sneakers have been big forever. Like me, I went to St. Teresa School. Like with Joey and John Michael, like I can mention guys who used to wear 2 different socks, 2 different same shoes. Like people were fly, yo. Like Joey was so fly, and it was regular.
Joey
like Joey B, yes, it was regular. So like in that system already, and Kantomanto was at home. And if it's don't get from America or the UK, or you just have to go to Kantomanto.
I mean, here I don't feel like it does, because I don't feel like a lot of people are paying that much attention to if it's real or not. I think here you look fly. That's it.
Well, some of us do.
Yes, I think it's the minority. Like, or am I wrong? I think it's the minority of people.
Everything about, let's say, like style. I'm not saying that, but Ghanaians have style naturally.
Yeah.
Like from time.
Yeah.
Like from time, you know.
It comes to us.
Like, yes. It's like the blessing that God takes some guys. But like a bare fakes you. Like me when I can spot a fake for me. It's because of the certain something that I grew up in.
Yeah.
Bro, it was if you wear fakes the whole day, the whole day. No like so I know that
because those were terms for fake.
Like when the Jordan sign is a little crooked, then like the ball.
So, like some of us pay attention. And like we like shoes, so we have to pay attention.
For me, for instance, I because wearing cool hip sneakers now, in a language that is today. Honestly, when it comes to sneakers, that's the reason why. Because for my entire life, I've always bought everything from here. But because I'm very particular, and that's the reason why I thrift, because thrift allows me the opportunity to find particular things and just like things that I didn't know existed. All of a sudden I'm discovering something. I'm like, why is this button gold with like blue things in the middle, like details in the middle? So now I'm Googling that and then I'm realizing and learning, and then just like, but when it comes to sneakers, I have not been able to, say, oh yeah, this is not good. Because, when I used to go to the thrift market, the used real things are presented in a particular way. And the new fresh things were presented in a particular way. So when you know that when you go to bend down, when you go to TS, my station, TS that's where the curated, sneaker shoes, they were slightly more expensive than Kantamanto. Yeah. So then you know that, okay, you know what, if you feel like you have a little more money, you know where to go to. TS, there's a selected. Right now, bro, they are taking the fake new shoes and they're putting it in soap water and then bathing these sneakers like crazy, and then they would hang it there and sell it to you as a rag, like we would call it rag. It's like, and sell it to you as rag, and then you are standing there and then you are confused,
like which is
so that's the reason why for me I haven't, and it most likely is because I'm a late bloomer when it comes to like popular sneaker culture. I am not like really up to date with the ins and outs, so that gives me the luxury of like, okay, being able to say, alright, cool, this is not really happening enough for me, I don't trust it, I won't get it.
It's based on like, okay, you see a shoe, whether it's real or not, if you mess with it, you're like, okay, I still want it.
Yeah.
So from what you're saying is from like experience. You know that this is not obvious. You know it.
Yeah.
Because I've always been the kid that will go on like Nike.com and just stare at the shoes I can't afford.
You still stare, bro.
Yeah, we just like go on Nike, and even like the off-whites, like it's crazy. Like,
yeah,
like looking at them and then you see the price and you're like, and by the time you can even like save up to get them, they're sold out because everybody wants them. So you're like, where do I go now? And then you go to all these like bend down boutiques and stuff like that, and they have them. And you're like, okay, how did these guys get them? then you're starting to like, you know,
Yeah,
is this
think
real,
about
is
the
this
fake
nonsense?
or it,
It's like,
yeah.
okay, let me just leave it for now.
Just leave it. Just buy Converse. Bro.
Or like that's why like right now all that's in my closet is like Air Force Ones. So I have like a bunch of pairs because like you can never go wrong with a pair of Air Force Ones. Like yeah, so
Full price, $90.
thank you. Or 100. Even if it's like a big, it's like $100 and then you're moving. Yeah, so it's like.
Okay. One thing also, I do a lot of research before I get them. That makes me know the real and the fake. Yeah, and my brother too is a vintage collector. So if I have doubts, I just send it to him to verify for me.
I wouldn't knowingly wear fakes. Like if like someone gave me a pair of shoes and I wore them and I looked fly, I know no one here is really gonna check me on them. But
I'll
then
be checking you.
I'm gonna stay away from you. But like yeah, so like it depends. It really depends. Yeah, I don't.
Captain checkmate.
Yeah, like if I look fly in it, I would wear it. Until someone embarrasses me and it's like, oh bro, those are looking a little fake though, and then I might have to. Yeah.
But even that took like, do you like the? So what is fake? And it's like, what is original? What is fake? Like I'm looking at like, you know, recently I've been doing my latest collection of like jewelry. I've been doing research on objects as subjects, and then you know through my research I realized that okay, there's a lot of symbols in today's brand luxury brand culture that borrows from like very what a lot of them would call primitive or like really, you know, like set of like designs and symbols that come from a certain group of people from like places where places that were counted out, right? So with that, I started asking myself, you know, like, so what is original and what is fake to start with? I mean, we're not even going to just not what marketing has told us.
Okay. Yeah.
Not what marketing has told us. What is original, and especially as people like for me, as somebody who is creating and somebody who wants to engage society, what is original and what is fake?
Okay, so I think maybe because you're an artist, like because you create your own jewelry and stuff, right? So let's say everything that comes out of like the Nike factory. Let's do Virgil Abloh, right? So he created his versions of like the Nike silhouettes, right? So he, as an artist, has created that, and that's his art, right?
Yeah.
Then someone goes and does the same thing, but it didn't come from Virgil, right? So if you're doing the same thing, you're not the original creator of the thing, if that makes sense.
So if we see,
so it didn't come from Nike, it didn't come from Virgil.
So now, if the like the swoosh has like 4 bumps in the middle, that is definitely not from Virgil.
That's definitely Nikkei.
That is
Definitely Nikkei. Not Nike.
you get me? So like, so you know, so in with your own description, these people didn't do exactly what that is. They're not trying to pass what exists. This as what exists, because you know that's identity, right?
Yeah.
So now it's Nikkei.
Yeah.
So it's Nikkei with like the 4 bumps in the middle of the swoosh, right? Now, why would you call that? Is that a fake? Is that an original? Or is it a fake when it is looking like the original?
Yes.
Because I'm literally.
Those are the real fake ones.
Those are the real fake ones.
Because the people.
But the other ones are also fake.
Yeah, they're also fake, but
It's
at
like
least it's creatively done. They want to do their own thing.
Like they wanted to respect you enough.
Yeah, to avoid
Like-
you suing them and all of that.
They want to respect you enough to make it look.
Feel me?
With a fake, most of them look similar like they're real, but when you wear it for a full day, you can actually tell.
Oh my
Maybe you're going to
god.
buy it. Tokyo, how can you wear it? How can you wear it when you're going to buy it? You can't get it for a full day.
Yeah.
So how do you make the
distinction,
the
yes.
distinction when you don't have you can't get a full day? So how you go do it?
Or at times I mistakenly get the fake ones, but after rolling in them for a full day, I feel like, bro.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
So then you don't wear them again?
No, I just give it out.
Really?
Yeah, cause
So who do you give it out to?
Yeah, people need shoes.
Yeah, but still, like,
Yeah, but who do you, like, for instance, who would you give it out to?
I don't know, like maybe someone just in need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. There's a certain level of entanglement, like when you say that, okay, I give it out, and cool, and then it's like it's because like, so then that also brings me back to us being empathetic to the word fake and original within our context, because once it's not good enough for you, how is it good enough for another person? You get me? Yeah. So then that's how, you know, that's why I'm like,
I feel like
empathetic.
The
we need to be
answer to that is knowledge. I think they don't know. Most people don't know. It's not wrong. How many
people, like, not
a lot of people don't know.
We know because we're like
you even be shocked if you know. Like, how don't you know this? Yeah. Like, I see a lot of things online. I'm like, how? Which people do you talk to? Like, what's going on? Why don't you know this? Because but I just think, okay, probably in the, you know, there's different types of Ghana.
Because like I've seen people wearing like the fakest Yeezys, but the person is
everywhere,
so confident.
Fake Yeezys everywhere.
The person is so confident. They're strutting. I'm like, bro, you do your thing, fam.
Yeah.
Like, do your thing,
fly, bro.
But like, yeah, just be fly, because I know you don't know. If you did know and you had access to like actual Yeezys, you would buy the real ones because you like it, but you don't. So it's like.
So at least I appreciate that you know that they're cool.
Do your thing, fam.
When you are going to an occasion, an event, in Ghana here, now people wear all sorts of sneakers. So you would as well get something nice that when you get there, people also see you and they'll be like, whoa, those are cool. Yeah, so I think that's why.
Now, I think most people here have access to a phone, right? So everybody's seeing their favorite artist, their favorite influencer, their favorite this, with like a fly pair of shoes on, right? So even though they don't have access to like the stores and like they don't have access to a Nike store, an Adidas store, they've seen it, they like it, they want it. All they have access to is like the markets, and even though they're not like as educated as like some of us like on this panel, like they still want it and they like it. So like they will go to where they can get access to it and buy it. So I think social media.
I don't blame them. So
yeah, so like social media, seeing that on a daily basis and thinking it's cool. Yeah, that's. I think that's why.
Trends, like trends. Every year or I mean a period of time, there's like a trend that's going on. Whether you like it or not, so like if you want to follow it, that's on you. But there's always like a trend, so I think that's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
A lot of girls used to come to Ghana, wear dresses with fly shoes, and people started copying them. Things like that. That's the thing that people are doing.
It's what you can see. Yeah.
So it's like trends, like you know, like even trousers. People are wearing trousers and shoes now from time. But people have been doing it from time. And recently, I saw one person saying they invented trousers and I'm like, gosh, bro, you know who we grew up with?
Yeah, because like,
you said they invent trousers.
Yeah, they said they invent travel and sneaker. I'm like, I beg, give me a watch your Instagram profile before Instagram.
Yeah, because like this whole look.
So it's just trends, you know.
These are like
my grandfather used to wear this, bro. I guess
but this has come back. This whole look.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that I really like this guy because this ain't no you be entrepreneur on some fucking degree where watch it all. Shout outs to my wife and my son. Shout outs to Lokko House. Shout outs to Kevin B. Moore for understanding what he wants to do with sneaker. Shout outs to me and mine for knowing that looking fly and being fly is your God-given right.
You have to know that, please.
Yeah, very necessary.
All day.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys, man. Man like Mawuli, Tokyo, Michael. Shout out to me, Jack Kwame. Shout out to Carmen and shout out to Pope Fasting, Kevin B. Moore, 1102, Quab, Ivan, McClown, like I think that's chow. Them on them fly die too. Hey,
yeah, shout out.
Man.
Yeah, for real, for real. Shout out to everybody here. Like everybody else has said, this has been amazing.
Yeah,
Shout out to everybody that loves sneakers and fashion and looking fly and like pushing the culture. Shout out to those on the continent that are trying to push like the sneaker culture, fashion culture. Shout out to my family, God.
Shout out to SB Travel.
Shout outs to everyone here. El Lokko House.
Yeah, that's gangster.
Rockwell, J, Pop Rex. Yeah.
Vim. Vim.